Okay, so back here at the exchange, Paul and X, looking at the tab underneath open orders. You can see on the left, those are the abbreviations of all the coins, all the open orders I have, how many coins I'm looking to buy. Um, Basically, you can set buys and sells. You can look at your trade history and analysis to evaluate how good of a trader or how bad of a trader you are. Um, let's click back over here on the exchange. I'm going to show you actually how to buy something. So first thing I got to do is click on the BTC tab. So I make sure that I'm trading whatever subcurrency for Bitcoin. And I got to hunt for a coin here that I think has value. And I just know by watching a lot of different ones over the years. And I'm looking for something that I think has potential, obviously, to go up, like buy low and sell high, right? Everybody knows that one. So let's click on Litecoin. Now, I really don't want to buy this coin, but I'm just going to do this to show you, and it's not going to really cost me anything to do it. But again, it brings up the chart and shows you what Litecoin's done for the month. So if we scroll down over here, you can see that I have 0.25 Bitcoins. So I'm going to go down here on the sell side of people that are selling. And I'm just going to buy a few of them here. So there is, I'm just going to buy, I think, 5, I guess. So I'm going to change this to just 5. And you can see how many Bitcoins that's going to cost. Not very many. Litecoin's about $4 a coin. And you can see that I don't have any right now. And as soon as I click this button to buy, it tells me that I've bought them at these prices, how much I bought. Click OK. And now you can see over on the Litecoin side, it changed, took away my Bitcoins and put me 4.98 Litecoins in there. And the reason it was only 4.987, that was the fee to do the trade. And we can go down here to look at all the live market trades that just happened. My trade is in here somewhere. And if you click on my trade, as soon as it updates, boom, there's the 3 buys. How much I bought and what the total BTC amount was. So now we're going to scroll back up, and I really don't want these, so I'm going to show you how to now sell them. So now I want to find somebody who needs to buy Litecoin, and here's the price he's willing to pay. And I'm going to click on these 4.987, and I'm going to sell them, and I hit OK. And it now made my Litecoin balance 0, and it put the money back over here into my Bitcoin balance. So that's how easy it is to get in and out of trades, to where you can leverage some money. Now if we go up under balances, and let's look at that's where you'd be able to see any coins that you held under the deposits and withdrawals tab. So if we click on that real quick, and we see that the Bitcoins have now been put back in. Now let's say I wanted to deposit coins from my Coinbase wallet to this wallet here. It's telling me send only BTC to this deposit address, blah, 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 blah. Show me my wallet address. So when I click on this button, this shows me an address. Now this address you can only deposit into. You cannot withdraw from this wallet. So this is like giving somebody a bank account number that they could only deposit into. They would not be able to withdraw from that wallet address. Withdrawing is a couple step process, but it's very simple and very easy. So all you would do is highlight this address. You would right click and copy it. And then you would go to your other site where your coins were located, such as Coinbase, open your wallet, and enter this address and hit send, and it would send the Bitcoins from Coinbase to your wallet here at Polynex. On the opposite side, say you wanted to withdraw. Here you can see it says I have 0.257 blah 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 BTC available to withdraw, and I have 32 BTC held on orders. So if I wanted to send those, I'd have to cancel some of those orders. So here is where I'd put an address. Not a YouTube address. So we'll delete that out. Actually, let's just go back and we'll make it look right. So you would never do this, but just for demonstration purpose, I'll show you. So now I'm copying that address and say that's the address I'd want to put in. So I paste. There it is. I verify that the number is right. And the amount I want to send, let's say, is 0.25. You can see that it takes out 0.0001 of a Bitcoin, which is nothing. That's the transaction fee to do the wallet transfer. And if I'd click withdraw, it would go out on the blockchain, have to get verified by 6 miners, which creates a security of this transaction, and the coins would show up on the other side. Typically takes between 20 minutes and a couple of hours, depending on how slow or fast the network is. This isn't something that you would use in everyday commerce. There's other platforms for that. Bitcoin would be more like holding gold or a storage of value in the future. A lot of big players in the world, including Branson and Steve Forbes, have predicted this coin could go to 10,000, maybe even $1 million. I believe they're right. I called that a long time ago. Now we're going to head over to back over to the markets, and now we're going to go up here and click on lending. Or no? I got to transfer some balances real quick. So I'm going to click on transfer balances. You see how I have now the 0.25 in the exchange where I can trade them. I'm going to click on that, and it says take that amount of BTC and transfer from the exchange to my margin. Nope, let's go to the lending account. And when I hit transfer, it says it transferred to my lending account. I said okay, and you can see that the coins are now gone from the exchange and they've moved over into the lending column. The total balance is still the same. So now I click on the lending screen to get into the lending platform, and I want to lend my BTC, so I click on the BTC, and when I do that, I can scroll down through here and I can see all of the loans that are available that people have posted right now. I don't want to loan mine that cheap, so let's say I scroll down here to the bottom and I'm going to loan for this amount. So all of those other loans would have to get filled before my loan got filled. But if I did that and I hit OK here to put this loan out, it will put it in the queue. I can set how many days I want to loan the Bitcoin for. So I'm going to put in 10. Keep in mind that you will not have access to these coins until it's fulfilled, and it will automatically be repaid back to you. And now my loan is placed. So it is sitting there now waiting for somebody to agree to those terms for 10 days at that interest rate, and that's a per day interest rate. So I'm going to now just cancel this because I really don't want to loan this coin out. And now I say I want to trade them on margin, or I want to do some borrowing. So I'm going to go back over to Quick Transfer, and I'm going to change them now from the lending account. So move 0.25 BTC from lending to margin. So now they've been moved to the margin account. You see them there in the center column, and when I click on the margin tab and I scroll down, and let's say I want to buy one of these coins on margin, I will be able to do that at a 2.5 times leverage. So essentially, it's not a naked short like they do in the gold and silver market where you don't have to put up the collateral. They'll give you 2.5 times leverage on your money. It's a secured forced liquidation account, so if you ever get too far behind, it will force liquidate everything to pay the lender back who lent you the coins. But over here, instead of seeing now that I had 0.25 Bitcoins, now I've got 0.6, and it is allowing me to buy a lot more coins for the little coins that I have. If they go up, I keep the juice, I pay back the loan, and I catch the spread. I can also sell them short, so you can bank on whether a coin's going to go up or down, and you can win either way. So it's just like trading any type of stock. You can short a stock betting on that it's going to go down. If it goes up, you've got to buy to cover and you lose Bitcoins in the process. So it's not really a game I recommend you play unless you really know what you're doing, and you can get hurt. There's some big whales that deal in cryptocurrencies these days that can move markets in a hurry. That's about it for there. I'm going to take you to another exchange, and this one's called BTCE. I believe this one's somewhere in the Eastern European bloc, like Russia area. And what's cool about this site is, it's set the same way. There's your BTC to LTC that we were looking at before, Litecoin being LTC. It's going to have about the exact same chart, same price. There's markets all over the world, different exchanges, and there's algorithms and bots running on all of it to keep it all in check. Everything is set the same. Troll box, down here you can see the buy side, the order side. It's the exact same thing. It's just a different coin shop that we talked before. There's all the recent market trades, everything that you would need to know. But what's cool about this site is on this one, you can actually trade the dollar to the Russian ruble, or the Bitcoin to the Russian ruble, or Bitcoin to the euro, or the United States dollars to the ruble. All kinds of things. Matter of fact, I actually bought some physical Russian currency, but here I could have taken dollars and traded them for virtual Russian currency, which doesn't spend at the grocery store, but it's liquid enough for me to get out of that currency if I want to, and back into US currency and back into Bitcoin if I want to. So you can just play the rise and spreads of all the different currency markets. I bought the Russian ruble at 63 to 1, and today it's at 58. So I've made a couple, dollars on that trade, but this is a way to get in and out of it for very low premiums, not have to handle the actual cash, and you can trade it back into the dollar and get back into Bitcoin or into gold or whatever medium you want to get into for the money, or just spend it at the store, your profits buying things that you are normally going to buy anyway. Up at the top, you can see the volume, that kind of thing that's happened for the days. If you want to cash out for gold and not send it back to Coinbase to go back to your bank account, see if I got enough time to do this, yeah. So you'd click on silver. Well, here on the site, it shows you the prices. This website's run by a guy named Joseph Castillo. Talked to him several times. I've done a lot of business with this guy. He's legit as legit can get. There's also 3 or 4 different competitors to him, big players. There's a lot of people accepting bullion for Bitcoin or vice versa. Here it'll tell you the price in USD, but when you get to the checkout, it will tell you you can send $18.63 for one of these 1-ounce generic silver coins, or you can send 0.001 of a Bitcoin for payment. So however you want to pay, he'll do it either way. Here would be like if you wanted to buy an ounce of gold. These are gold eagles, minted by the United States Mint, legal tender, 1 ounce. They're legit. I mean, these aren't fake coins. This is a real currency. Bitcoin can buy gold. It's a currency no matter what anybody tells you. And then if you want to look at another site, like here's JM Bullion. If you look up here at the very top, see this little Bitcoin logo that my arrow's pointing to? That tells you right there that they accept Bitcoin for payment on their website. So when you're on different websites, look for that logo and see if they accept Bitcoin for payment. That's really all I have for this video. We're getting close to the 15-minute mark. I think some of the next videos that I make, I'm going to explain to you a little bit more about Bitcoin, a little bit more about how it works. If you have any questions, type them down below. If you like what I'm doing, subscribe, and we'll be back with the next video down the road here and teach you a little bit more.